and rate hikes to eventually pause somewhere between 2Q to 3Q in 2023. Yeah, it's still to be seen if we will enter a deep recession. But even so, I think valuations in select tech companies remain undemanding, and we'll be continuing to add on to dips, especially into our Google position. Yeah, so that's all for us. Yeah, does anyone have any questions?
Joseph, just curious, are your timing are you trying to time the entry into your positions like to coincide with, I guess, the peak of the rate hikes? Is that like the general outlook for the team?
I think we're trying to front run the peak of the rate hikes lah. Yeah. And I think it's just about like I think for us, most importantly is you want to run a more concentrated portfolio. So probably in like 3 to 4 names in our portfolio. Yeah. So I think the more important thing right now for us is to really try to expand the like our target watch list. It really just comprises of Meta and Baba and Tencent at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Is there any reason for like aversion to other stocks other than like the blue chips?
I just don't think they are cheap enough relative to like the risk that we see in the market. Yeah, I think Google and Meta are the cheapest, like the big tech plays right now. I think Microsoft, Amazon, and like Netflix still don't look very cheap on a valuation multiple basis.
Okay, I see. Thanks.
Thanks. Does anyone
I
have
remember
any
there was
questions?
another group that bought into Meta, right? Forgot which group. But I was wondering if the other group who bought into Meta might have any opinions on this. Which group? Another group bought Meta, right? Am I hallucinating? Okay, never mind. Anyone else got questions?
If no questions, wait, no questions, right? I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, then I guess we can go to the second team. Okay. Who's doing the second team?
Oh, sorry. Is it next team really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Wait. Let me set up my.
Nice. Yeah, I know it's
moment lah.
leftmost button. I learned.
Maybe it's better let the other team first. I'll present next because I'm still setting up. Sorry.
Sorry, what? What do you say?
Sorry, maybe you can let the other team present first.
Then team 3 lor.
Right,
Okay lah. We team 3.
Yeah, I also need to try and share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it says I need to click and reopen WeCom first. got some privacy settings.
Oh, okay. Then wait, sorry. Then team. Okay, wait. Like that. Anyone want to try team 2? Chengjia? Does it work for you now? Or not, we can just go team 4 again. Okay lah. Team 4 then. Then 2 and 3 we wait. Since need to set up. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
Does it work now?
Can lah. Okay, try. Still waiting.
It's lagging.
Oh, can see it. Yep.
Alright.
Then team 3 will do it now. Yep.
Alright. Yeah, so this our portfolio snapshot for the month. So over the past month we initiated a position in American Water Works, basically a largest water utility provider in US. As we kind of presented the months prior, right? And then overall the portfolio kind of rebounded a little bit because of our heavy concentration in Chinese stocks, and that kind of benefited from the COVID loosening, right, of the zero COVID policy. But I think it went back a little bit given the high number of cases in the past week and then subsequent tightening. Yeah. So for Daco, in the past month they actually mentioned two big contracts being signed with basically the top solar module manufacturing companies in China to supply them with a combined total of 200,000 metric tons of polysilicon in the next 5 years. Basically this represents like a backlog for an entire year of their polysilicon production capacity, and yeah, this is a very good development for Daco. As for Adobe, no not much material changes, but I think the US Justice Department is initiating, right, like the investigation into their acquisition of Figma. And yeah, the share price movement is because of the inflation figures basically that came in slightly below the consensus estimates, and that kind of gave a lot of hope, right, on the rate hikes peaking in 2023. As for GDS Holdings, they reported earnings in the middle of November. So net revenue increased 15% year-over-year, and yeah, basically it was a solid quarter of results. But something to note is gross profit margin and adjusted EBITDA were both down by 1 percentage point due to increase in utility costs. But utilization rates for their existing data centers actually increased from 68.5% to 70.5%. And this is a positive development, right? Because they're actually trying to keep their capex expansion low to what is necessary, and responding to kind of their customer requests for extended timelines in moving in the next 2 to 3 years, given the impact of the zero COVID policy, right? Because of their data centers are concentrated in the major cities, and also given the general macro environment. And they also initiated a preliminary view of their investment and capex plans for the next financial year. And they kind of slashed their capex by 50% compared to this year. And yeah, this is because they believe that there's still a substantial capacity in their data centers that are currently in service to support the move-in of their key customers. And they're also looking at expansion in Southeast Asia, as well as the Hong Kong markets. So this will kind of serve as their second growth engine moving forward. Yeah, and then for American Water Works, we initiated a position, 11 shares at 141 cost. And yeah, it has since been up following the latest earnings, in which EPS grew by 6.5% year over year, and they also reaffirmed their earnings guidance, EPS guidance for this year. Yeah, one other thing to know is they also initiated their guidance for next year's EPS, and it's 4.72 to 4.82 per share. And in the longer term, it's their aim to grow the EPS by 7 to 9%, and for the dividend growth to follow at the same rate as well, and a target payout ratio of 55 to 60%. Yeah, I think that's all we have for the portfolio update. We're still holding on to about 3K in cash, and yeah, we'll see if there are any other attractive opportunities moving forward.
Okay. Anyone else have questions? 3, 2, 1. Okay, then team 2, Cheng Jia, right? Y'all okay already, lah? Hello? No? Okay, I assume no. So can we do team 4 first then? Who is doing it for team 4? Hello, anyone from team 4?
Yeah, so I think people from Team 4 have some issues with joining WeCom, so I'll just help them do a quick update. So Unity's latest earnings shows that they met their EPS expectations and missed revenue by a bit only, so broadly still on track. And the stock prices have also increased accordingly. So broadly, because I think they only hold Unity for now, so they still hold their long-term view that Unity's fundamentals are solid. And the earlier miss in expectations in previous earnings reports are still in the progress of being rectified. Yeah, so I think that's the update for Team 4. If anyone from Team 4 is able to still add on, feel free to add on, but I think they have some issues joining Recom. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyone else from Team 4 want to add on a little bit on the Unity investment? If no, then Team 2 can try now.
Yes. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. So sorry.
Does it work now?
Yeah. Yeah, I was downloading and updating my computer. How do I see this one?
Wait, so what was it
understand.
that prevents it from thing? You just need to update the VCOM, is it?
Yes, correct. I need to update.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
it takes a
Sure.
while. Okay, yeah. Ready. Can see?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. So back at it again with us, team 2. Yeah, Meta again. Yeah, the price is not doing very good. I think I'll explain more again later. Right now. So yeah, holding Asian Meta right now. Then, right now we are looking at certain food item. A brand. I know we say that every meeting, but we just need some time to figure out where we're looking at next, and then try and get the entire team on board, because I think most of them are very busy now. So yeah, once the finals is over, definitely we'll gather again and then for another goal. And
Hey,
then
sorry,
for
are you
Meta,
sharing screen now?
yeah, I am.
I
Is it
see
not
like
showing?
something like it stopped presenting, is it? Sorry, I can't Chinese. Does it say like it stopped presenting?
Yeah, it says
I-
stop presenting.
Yes.
Are you still
Yeah.
presenting?
Yeah, I can try
Yes.
to
Why
reset
I
it.
feel like you don't know Chinese.
No, I saw Ting over there, then I was like, I guess already. No, but okay, but
How do I? How
can
do
try
I?
to. Okay.
How do I?
I need Chinese
Wait.
class. What was the app again?
The
Blue NT, is it? Yeah.
but it's sharing, man. It's showing me this dot. And
Do you
try
have
again.
a Google link or something you want to just send us? Then we can view it on our side.
It's a PowerPoint. Can I just send the? Maybe I just send.
It's okay. I just send to the Telegram group chat. Then you just continue presenting.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
How
I
do I go
think
to
that'll be
the
better.
group chat? How do I go to the group chat? Oh wait. Okay. Uh, sure now. EIP. Sorry, it's document. I think I just sent you all receive it.
Yes, received already. Yep.
Okay, yes, right.
Just
Yeah,
continue lah.
so currently holding 8 shares of Meta. Looking at more consumer food businesses like General Mills and Protest International, I think quite interesting because they own a lot of well-known brands. Could be quite interesting when this economy recovers. So again, like I said just now, team is busy and everyone's doing as final. So I think we will definitely group again towards the end of it, and then once I find finishes, then we'll definitely go more in depth and probably pitch out something. Yeah. Did some basic research on them in the notes, so if you all can just read, I guess. Yeah, and then yeah, so in Meta itself, right? Actually, I think I know it looks bad. I think from our point of view, it looks also quite bad. But I think a bit of research shows that they're not really, I mean, it's not in the right direction, yes, per se, but they definitely could do a lot worse. So actually, if I actually read a report on Wall Street Journal where it shows that the Meta flagship Metaverse is actually falling really, really short in terms of the trajectory and progression. So there's some internal documents that actually show that they have a lot of glitchy technology, that users are interested, and actually the behaviors on the metaverse itself is actually not very ideal. And there's also a lack of clarity about what it means to actually succeed in the metaverse. So that is a big problem in itself, that they're investing so much money into the metaverse and it's not actually working. So the website actually, I think where they are actually utilizing or actually producing is from is the Horizon Worlds. So there's a lot of expectations that they're not meeting, and some to add on further to that is actually that in order to actually sort of take part in this metaverse, it costs a lot in terms of the VR headsets, and its entry model just about 400 years old. So, and the idea is that there's also very poor retention as well. So it's like 500,000 every users. So yeah, active users monthly. But the thing is, once people join and then they realize there's nothing good in it, they don't really come back at all after that. So there's no recurring users at all. So it is definitely falling short, and and there's no strategy for it, right? So yeah, so I think it's quite terrible that they're actually still investing so much into it, and honestly I think it's a bit of a waste that Meta is not focusing on their main revenue streams, which is like your Instagram, your WhatsApp, your Facebook, which is still has very strong user base. And honestly, I think even though yes, the earnings don't really back it up, but their foundations are actually still quite strong, right? So you have your base of like 3.7 billion monthly users. You have about 41 billion in cash and security. So it's not exactly a dead end yet for them. It's just that I think the next few steps of how they progress and how and what they actually want to do in terms of like still competing with TikTok, the likes of TikTok, and still actually being able to come out on that it depends on what you're looking at. But then again, I think they're still very into the metaverse, even though it's not going so well. But then again, this is a long-term thing, lah. You can't really say for sure it's gonna cost them a lot, but because they still have the bandwidth and the runway for it. So yeah, so there is still some interest there, and then so even in the times where they have actually spent a lot in metaverse, the free cash flow is still generating about 31 billion. So maybe what they can consider is slow down the spending on metaverse and focus on the stronger fronts first before diving back into this, because right now it's not a very ideal time. to be actually borrowing and and actually developing this. Yeah. One strong point I think that they still could consider working on is on the Reels. So Reels is actually still quite new or quite fresh for them in terms of monetization. So Reels are those like how do I say in those Instagram where you actually can instead of like a story, but it's like a post but a short video. I'm not sure if you know that. Yeah. So it actually can still improve based on the company's user base and strong engagement. So despite only like being 3 billion in revenue last year based on this segment, I think it's not being fully monetized yet. It still can gain momentum and achieve a higher run rate, adding value. So that is still plus point for them. But then again, yes, the metaverse is really taking out a lot of money on that front. Yeah. So I think given that they still have quite strong steady growth rate in especially in Asia Pacific, right? They could do well just to increase engagement in terms of their already established products and actually especially on Facebook. So then again, I don't think we're not gonna do anything with it as now. Gonna hold for now. And see where it leads, because even though I admit it's quite bad, but I don't think there's much more we can lose, right? So yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Any questions?
Okay, so you are the Meta group. Do you have any comments for Group 1? Like, do you think
Sorry, what the group?
no, so basically they're actually putting Meta on their watch list.
Yeah.
So since you've mentioned so many bad things about Meta, do you think that
Mm.
the first group should still consider buying into Meta?
I think they can consider, right? Because I think a lot of analysts are still looking at it as a bargain in this, based on like the history and the structure of the company itself. So definitely worth looking into and monitoring it, because metaverse, nobody has really gotten it right yet, right? Even though Facebook is definitely falling short of their own expectations and given how much they invested in it. But I think it's still worth looking at monitoring over a period of time and see where it actually leads to, because it's already up and running. It just takes some more time to actually perfect it. And they were saying this is, I think there was a quote of one of the experts in the industry, and he was saying that, oh, this metaverse actually is quite it's already there. It's like having a Ferrari, but you're still complaining about you're still complaining about the seats or the smaller things. It's already there. It just takes time to get moving. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but yes. Yeah.
Oh, very
So
interesting perspective. Thank you.
yeah.
Sorry, one small question. You said that you're looking at consumer and therefore you picked up the two companies, right?
Yeah.
GM and Mondalis.
Yeah.
How did you decide on Mondalis? What
I
made
think
you highlight this alongside GM?
Because I think GM is based on like their well-known brands, right? So they have a wide range of consumer products. So they cater to a wide range of people. In terms of like say Haagen-Dazs in a bit more upper class. Your Cheerios is your middle class economic. So I think they I mean and ideally the ESG metrics or materiality of it is actually quite materialized. You're able to actually see the effects in terms of ESG. So I think that's why I picked. That's why I thought food products could be our next step that we could look at, because it's not so much. It's, how do I say? It's like real estate, right? It's more tangible in that sense. In terms of the revenue and their products. And they also have a pet segment as well. Then for Mondelez, right, what I thought is because they have a focus on snack brands, right? So I think a lot of people love snacking. So even though it is considered not healthy, but it is still there's still things that people like and enjoy the most. Like your chips Ahoy or Oreo. I don't think those ever go out of style, go out of brand. So I think they have a very strong and strong consumer base there, and I think it's good in terms of like they're able to cater to the vast majority of people. So that's why I look at these two first. Yeah.
So you look at the two bigger,
Yes, correct.
let's say consumer players first. Okay.
I think we can look at those two first, and then if we dive deeper and find other companies below that, why not? Yeah, we can definitely consider those.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, like, so also that means it's like a high level one first. Like, I haven't really like saw anything from
Yes.
Mondelez that was super
Yes, correct.
attractive. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay. That's my question. Anyone else has other questions? about anything? If no, then I think if let's see. If Persis or Tiffany have any other comments or not, I think we can conclude this already, right?
Yeah, we have. So the new batch of students just finished, class 2024 just finished their full ESG Academy. So now we have to start allocating them to the teams. So the 4 teams have to each taking I don't know how many lah, divide a bit. I think 3 people each team. So I think the process we will let Wei Ming and Perling lead, and of course we can work with our new chair and vice chair, so Surya and Jiayang. But I think roughly it's like getting the student to indicate their interest in which team they want to join. Then maybe let the team leader then look through and see whether they want to interview or just pick them, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
should finish this before end of the year lah.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, we talk to the new batch of chair and vice chair. I think that'll be better. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Makes
I
sense.
have one more announcement as well. So later 10:30 p.m. we'll be having a short Q&A open session for the China Tech Fund. So if any of you are interested to find out more about the China Tech Fund, if you're considering whether you want to join, feel free to just join the session. I already sent in the Zoom link in the chat. It's a Zoom link because our mentor would be joining in as well. So for anyone who's asking, the session is in English, not in Chinese. We invest in China stocks, but we conduct our sessions in English. Yeah.
Okay. Shit, that was my question. But yeah. Okay. Anything else? No? Then I think you can conclude. Then the link for the China Tech stock discussion is at 10:30 and it's in the link. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.